What? So you were going to college where?
At South Carolina.
At South
I
Carolina.
was living in Florida full time and working at Stanford.
Were you studying to do social media?
Broadcast journalism. So
How fucking fascinating though at the time when social media exploded for these kids that were into it and it actually became, because when Twitter first came out, I was one of the first people that was on Twitter and I was doing like video blogs back then.
Yeah.
That we were uploading on YouTube. And I remember at the time, like you couldn't hire anybody to come. Nobody knew what the fuck they were doing.
Right.
Right. I mean, and then boom, within, like 5 or 6 years, there were kids everywhere, turning into stars on social media.
People are like figuring it
YouTube,
out.
Twitter, all that stuff. And also it's got to help the entertainment industry so much. Like social media and the UFC. I think UFC uses the social media better than probably any other, like even better than the NFL, better than baseball, better than hockey.
Thanks.
Like it just seems like you guys are understanding the formula of how to get people engaged in what's going on, playing the game, getting the villain, getting the hero, bringing them together. It seems like you got a legit, well, obviously you have a legit thing going on, but it's like killing
I would love to tell you it's because, I was brilliant and everything else, but I hated the media so fucking bad. I hated them so bad that when you told me, wait a minute, I can cut the middleman out and I can go directly to the fans, fucking I'm all in on that.
Yeah.
I loved it. So I was infatuated with it immediately because I hated the media.
I was gonna say you jump around on all the you're in like the podcast game. You're like a guest who will go like Nelk Boys, like I'm Rogan, everybody. You go on all the different podcasts. Yeah, impulsive.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love talking to these guys. All the mainstream media are exactly the same. I was just doing the Radio Row over at the NFL, which I've been doing for a long time. And it's just when you get in with guys like you guys and guys that are doing podcasts and these kids that are doing things on social media, it's real, not fucking bullshit. It's not a bunch of fucking these jerk offs who clickbait and do all this. You start to look now like McAfee.
Yeah.
Look at how McAfee has blown up, right? And he's getting Aaron Rodgers and these big guys because they'd rather go to him and have a real conversation with him than these guys in the media.
The unique thing about Pat McAfee in the NFL, there's like opportunities, like you can do like shadowing or do skill building kind of things with networks, but you have to like kind of put in a resume, see if they want you to do it or not. Pat was one of those guys that put in the resume every single year, the whole 8 years he was playing, and got turned down every single time. After he retired, tried to go do something more mainstream, and they're like, no, we're good on that. Fast forward to now, and you see these bigger, the NBCs, the CBSs, the NFL networks, the ESPNs are trying to find ways to be more like Pat. More 100%. Casual. The suit and tie thing is dying. Mainstream media, as we knew it, stand-up podcasts, the mainstream media, as it was 5 to 10 years ago, is dying. It's 100%. Not dying. It's transitioning to something that needs to feel more real for the consumer that's taking it in on a day-to-day basis.
100%. And they're all so woke. You know what I mean? That it's like you go in to do a sports interview and they're interviewing you like they're fucking 60 minutes.
Well, they already have the story kind of written, and they're trying to ask you. They're trying to ask the questions that's going to fill those parts of the story, which is like why the division between like the person getting interviewed, whether it's at a press conference or something else. I feel like that's like where that hate stems from, because you kind of already know when somebody's asking you that question. It's like they're going to write some story that's going to have this kind of headline already on there. Like you guys have
100%. There's no doubt about it.
They just want to get something out of it. They want Dana White to say something that's going to make him or somebody look dumb, and then they can take that out and then get people to watch it more and more.
And even if you don't give them what they want, they have some clickbait title that has nothing to do with the story. It's like,
we do that. It's
not even a part of the story.
We'll find one with Dana.
Yeah, we're going to find a clickbait title. Something.